What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another market update, and this time we're going to take a look at mostly loose graded vintage Kenner Star Wars items. I do have one that is ungraded, and you can see that there on the thumbnail. A beautiful, unarticulated Polish bootleg Luke Farm Boy. Tough to find those little buggers, so I thought that I would include that one in this video. Before I dig in any further, I need to say thank you to Ray Pulley Pulford. He recently increased his Patreon contribution again. That's twice in like a month. So, Ray, thank you very much. Way too kind of you. I really, really appreciate it. And I just want to say thanks to all my Patreon supporters. They get my videos 24 hours early access. Patreon.com/actionfiguregrader is where you can go to sign up. Let's go ahead and take a look at some recent sales. And we're going to start off with the only ungraded figure in this batch, and that is a 1985 first generation unarticulated Polish bootleg Luke Farm Boy. And I wanted to show this because it's such a stunner. It's tough to find these in really good condition, and I bet I know who bought this one. I know it was you. I'm not going to say his name just in case, but he's got a really nice collection of these, 7 or 8 of them. He's on YouTube. I think we all know who we're talking about. He's not young, he's old, and it's not aluminum foil, it's plastic. Old plastic. I bet you bought this one. Maybe not. I don't know. But I actually got this one, this exact same color scheme, everything, in the bootleg group on Facebook. Mine is not nearly as nice as this one. This one looks to be in near mint condition. Really, really nice condition. This one sold for $749 US, free shipping. This seller is over in Poland and always has really nice stuff. I've bought probably half a dozen or a dozen different Polish bootlegs over the years from this seller. And this one was a stunner, really, really great condition. That saber is intact. That's one thing to always look out for is the saber, because sometimes the saber can be broken off. But this one is in really great shape. And congratulations, OP, if this one happened to be yours. But what a stunner. Next up, we've got some Boba Fett's all loose graded. We got a CAS 85 Hong Kong brown belt, dark green armor. Really nice example there with a nice clean case. That one sold in an auction for $306. 40 bids on that one, so lots of action on that one, plus $10 shipping. That one closed on April 4th. And I've got a few other Boba Fett's that we'll get to in a second. I had them out of order here, but I had to show you this one. This was an AFA 80 baggie for blue snaggletooth, but I don't know what is going on with it's like fluids or something inside the case. So, you know, I don't know if somebody didn't notice it or what, but it just looks like there's some kind of fluids oozing out of the baggie. And it could be degradation of the figure. I don't know. It could have been like held in a very hot room and the baggie started to sweat. And so I don't know what's happening there, but you really need to be careful when you buy on eBay and check all the photos. But it looks to me, anyway, like this baggie has got some degradation going on since grading. It was graded AFA 80, let's see, AFA 80 plus SWC baggie. Again, it's a blue snags, really nice, but someone paid $1,600 for it, $5 shipping. But at least to me, at least based on these photos, it looks like it's sweating some kind of yellow ooze there. Either blue snags could not hold his bladder, or this thing is starting to degrade inside the baggie and has started to leak. And who knows what happened. Maybe it happens to all of our baggies over time, but I wanted to at least show you that one because that was pretty strange looking photos there. Back to Boba Fett, AFA 80 example, another Hong Kong dark brown belt, and this one sold for $243.50 on 31 bids. And again, this one was a CAS 85 that sold for $306, so pretty comparable. You know, AFA 80 versus 85, so clearly the market's saying that we're willing to pay a little bit more for the updated case style for the CAS 85 versus the older case style AFA 80. Next up, we've got a removable limbs C-3PO graded AFA 85, and the title of the auction says AFA 85 plus, but it's not. It's an AFA 85, but it still sold for $141.50, 17 bids on that one. Nice looking example overall, nice clean case, brand new case style. This Darth Vader was very attractive. I think I might have had this in my what to buy video. I can't remember. This seller had 2 or 3 different lettered saber Darth Vaders, and this one had L on the hilt, It was graded UKG 85% with the brand new case style. It was listed for 166 pounds, which is 207 US dollars, which to me, that's not a bad price at all, even at that price. But the best offer that was accepted was 130 pounds. So that seller came off quite a bit, came off about 20% or so off the list price. So very attractive. That's about 160 bucks plus shipping. Worth every penny in my mind for a lettered saber Darth Vader. Next up was another baggie. This is the Neonum mailer, and this one was graded AFA 85. This one did not have the catalog. Most of them did come with a catalog. So, it was not labeled as a Palatoy example on the label from AFA, but usually what I've found is that if they don't have the catalog inside the box, and it's just the figure with the box, it's either the Toltoys, the Palatoy, or the Canadian. And so I've got the Canadian survival kit. That one did not come with the catalog inside or the leaflet. I also have a Toltoys Forlom that did not come with the leaflet. It's just the box and the baggied figure. Again, this one's labeled as the Kenner, so maybe some of the U.S. Kenner mail-away Neonums had no catalog as well. But anyway, that one was graded 85, and it sold for $166.50. Pretty good price there, if you ask me. $166.50 plus $17 shipping. This seller, Wheeljack's Lab, I always see them on eBay. I've never bought from him, but he had an AFA 80 plus Luke Skywalker Taiwan, and this is the Jedi Knight, obviously, Taiwan. Now, the Taiwans can be labeled as just as Taiwan, like this one is. I've seen Taiwan Paleface. I've seen Taiwan Fleshface. So this is just labeled the straight Taiwan, graded AFA 80 plus, brand new case style. That one sold for $203.59, free shipping. I thought that's a great price, really. Again, if you can live with an 80 plus, and you don't have to have an 85 or above, the price difference is so substantial that it's a great way to collect these loose graded figures and live with a slightly lower grade, because the price difference is pretty substantial to go up to an AFA 85 Taiwan Luke, same figure, same COO, just a notch up in grade. It's probably going to set you back $350, 300 to $350 pretty easily. So it's a pretty substantial savings, $203.59 on that one. I also had an AFA 80 Darth Vader Hong Kong. That one sold for $152.50. Again, if that's an AFA 85, I've seen as high as $400, believe it or not, for just a normal Hong Kong Darth Vader AFA 85. So that $152.50, again, a really great deal there. He also had a light gray hair Hong Kong Obi-Wan Kenobi, AFA 85 this time. That one sold for $251.90. That is right in line with market. I would have paid that all day long. He's got his collar popped in this case style. Sometimes they fold it down, sometimes they fold it up. I like it folded up. I think it looks good like that, and he looks awfully cool. $251.90. Again, took that one home. That's a pretty good price if you ask me. I'd pay that all day long. Next up was an AFA 80 Big Head Han Solo Hong Kong. That one sold for $122.50. That's a really great price as well. Again, AFA 85s. We might even have one in this video. I can't remember, but you're going to be paying at least double that price is my guess. So $122.50. Let's see if we got another one here. And we did. We did. So I thought ahead of time, and then I forgot. But here's the AFA 85, exact same figure, exact same COO. That one sold for $222 for an AFA 85. That's a really great price there versus $122.50 for the AFA 80. So not quite double, but $222 free shipping for an AFA 85 large head Han. Great buy. I would have paid that all day long for a really nice looking Han Solo. Next up was an AFA 85 First 12 C3PO Hong Kong. That one sold for $256, another price that I would live with. I'd be very happy to pay $256 shipped for that C3PO. I've got an AFA 85 that I found on Etsy, of all places, Etsy.com, which is like known for arts and crafts. And it was an older case style, admittedly, but I paid $110 for it, for an AFA 85 C3PO. So this shows you just how much people are willing to pay now. And again, that was several years ago, so I'm not trying to claim it was recently. But, it was $110 shipped, I believe, if memory serves. And I was just like, whether it's an old case or not, I have to live with that. I mean, that's just too good of a deal to pass up. But $256 for the brand new case style on that C3PO. Same seller also had the orange snake light green head Yoda, graded AFA 85 with the new case style, $191.50. $191.50. I mean, you see these all day long sell for, let's call it $140 to $150, ungraded, in really, really high grade condition on Facebook. So $191.50 free shipping on an AFA 85. Admittedly, it's the orange snake, so it's not the more desirable brown snake, but still, that is a great buy. Really, really great buy there. Next up was an AFA 85 no COO wide face Imperial Commander. This is one I still want to get. I want to get this either Hong Kong or no COO like this one. This was a good buy. $132.24 for an AFA 85. I would have paid that all day long. No way I would sell it for that much if I own that. I think that's a really great price. I've only got the loose graded for the Imperial Commander. I've only got the Lily Letty. So I think mine's an AFA, or excuse me, a CAS 85. And I would love to get the no COO or the Hong Kong to pair with it, or the Spanish figure. Next up was a Lily Letty AFA 85 Chief Chirpa, brand new case style. He's a little bit sideways inside the case, as you can tell there. $158.05. So all of these auctions seem to come in well below what I would expect them to sell for. And maybe it's because they're more common figures. None of them are particularly rare, but really good deals out there right now on eBay if you keep an eye out for some of these auctions. No COO Jord Dusat. This is the Droids figure. I think they're all no COO. AFA 85, brand new case style. He came with the Zuckuss style rifle. Really nice looking example. $166 for that one, free shipping. Here is the Duloc Scout from the Droids line as well. Really nice looking figure there, new case style. That one sold for $145.50. I mean, I was expecting $200 plus for that. Maybe my numbers are just off nowadays, but that seems like a really, really good buy for really high grade, figures that don't come up very often. Those Droids figures don't come up, or the Ewoks figures don't come up loose graded very often. Next up was a Jabba the Hutt playset graded UKG 90%. Now, word of caution on this, if you're in the US and you buy this, I just worry that these pieces are not going to stay together, because the way that UKG or CAS encapsulates these is that, the hookah stand, there's not a lot of brackets holding it in. So, getting through customs and going international, I just question whether this stays together, because I have talked to a few friends of mine that have bought these loose graded UKG cases here in the US, and they don't arrive in one piece. The pieces just fly everywhere inside the case. So keep that in mind. Word of warning to you US buyers out there. But if you're in the UK, probably would have better luck with this one. That one sold for 365 pounds or 455 US dollars, graded UKG 90%. That's a really nice looking example there. And again, just be word of caution that it may not make it over here if you buy this in the US, but that looks awfully nice inside the UKG case. Next up was, and finally, is a CAS 90 plus flesh mold gray hair Taiwan General Madine. Now, most of the Taiwans, maybe not most, but a lot of the Taiwan General Madines come with the green hair, and that's, to me, is the more desirable variant. I don't have this one, though, and I was watching it, and I was like, do I really need this right now? Do you really need this? No. Thank goodness somebody else bought it. So somebody else offered, and they offered $175 plus $9 shipping for this one, and that best offer was accepted, but it's a CAS 90 plus, very, very high grade. I don't care whether it's CAS, UKG, or AFA. To get a 90 plus for one of these 40 plus year old figures is very tough to do. I can just tell you, I've never gotten a 90 plus for any submission ever with CAS or AFA. So take that for what you will, but it's very, very tough to do. But that's a beautiful example. I wish I could have bought it, but I just don't want to spend any money right now. So anyway, that one did sell for $175 plus $9 shipping. So anyway, just some more information for loose graded figures out there. Lots of good deals, as you can tell from this batch of items. None of them were particularly rare, but there were some really good buys out there if you're looking for some fairly common loose graded vintage Kenner Star Wars figures. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.